Hi there. In this video, I'm going to quickly recap the process I've taught you so far when it comes to mixing, just in order to make sure that you're following the sequence correctly. So I've got a track loaded on deck 1, and this is going to be my master track. I've also got a track loaded on deck 2. Now the first thing I've got to do is match the tempo of my incoming track, so that's deck 2, to the tempo of my master track. Then I've got to make sure my headphone cues are also set up correctly. So I'm going to turn on the master headphone cue and turn on channel 3's headphone cue, which is connected to deck 2. That's my second track that I'm going to bring in. Then I'm actually just going to start the master track a little bit further in, so you don't have to wait and listen to the majority of the track in order for me to mix in the second one. So I'm going to mix it in during the first drop. So I'll start it a few bars before the first drop. And I'll know when the first phrase of the drop comes in because the waveform is a clear indicator, as well as the music, the arrangement changes completely and it's really noticeable. So let's begin. Three, four, one. So I pressed play and I started beat matching. That's 2, 3, 4, 1. Now that it's beat matched, I'm going to turn the low EQ down on the incoming track, the mids and the highs down a little as well. And then I'm going to turn up the volume on this phrase. On the next phrase, I'm going to swap the low EQs. 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 1. Start twisting the mids and the highs. And I've timed it so that the end of the drop correlates with the end of the build-up, which then goes back into the drop of this track. So 8, 2, 3, 4, 1. And we're into our new track. Now I'm going to reset the EQs. I'm going to swap over my headphone cues and load a new track on this deck. Step 1, always check the BPM. In this case I'm good, but if I wasn't, I'd have to match the BPM. Also my cue point is set correctly here, but if it wasn't, I would double tap the play button, move it to where the beginning of the bar is, and push the cue button to set it. Okay. Now I'm going to mix this track in during the drop of this one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 1. Press play, make sure I can hear it, and start the beat match. Yeah, I'm actually going to stop it, start it again, because I feel like I started it too early. Now on the next phrase, I'm going to turn up the volume. Now that it's beat matched, low EQ down, mid and high down, and then volume up on the next phrase. And 1. On this coming phrase, I'm going to swap the low EQs. 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 1. Switch the mids and the highs. 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 1. And we're into the new track. Now this will become much more seamless when we start to apply echo effects and filters, which we haven't covered yet in the course, so just keep that in mind. I'll go through one more track so I can show you a different variation of the EQ technique. So I'm going to swap the headphone cue so I can hear my next incoming track, push browse, and load another track. Always check the BPM, remember that. One. Now I'm going to mix this one in over the break over here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 1. Seven, 8, 2, 3, 4, 1. Low EQ down, mids and highs down. 5, 6, 7. Now volume goes up. 2, 3, 4. Five, 6. This goes down on 7. 7. 2 bars of no bass. 8, 2, 3, 4. Now the bass comes back in. Then we start to twist the mids and the highs EQs, bringing in the new ones, taking out the old ones. 8, 2, 3, 4, 1. And there you have it. That is the sequence that you need to take in order to apply everything you've learned so far into your mixes. So I recommend you go out and practice this. Come back to the next video where we're going to get to some really interesting effects. See you there.